Okay, trying again. Hopefully the audio is okay. We won't know for a second. Meanwhile, I'm going to do acrobatics with my hands because that's a fun thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. Thank you. We've got the dancers outside today. So you're saying, why do you look like that? And why does your hand intermittently freeze? Well, that's just part of looking like this. And I'm not going to look like this the whole time. I'm doing this, well, first of all, let's enjoy the main part of this song right now, shall we?
It's the Bob Doyle Show. It's the Bob Doyle Show.
My hands aren't moving very quickly, no.
It's the Bob Doyle
You can't tell that I'm snapping, or can you? Okay, you know what I realized? I realized a couple of things. I haven't looked at the show yet to see if you're seeing it and to see how it sounds and if everything's okay. Oh no!
These are all questions you may have right now. Right now, I've got more important things to do, like look more at you.
Wait a minute. Which one am I looking at? Where am I? Is the sound messed up again? But I can't see you. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to find it. That's the old one, right? Am I not live? Oh. Oh, good. Well, this is great. Thank you, YouTube, for tolerating this nonsense again. Let's do a reset. Reset over here. I have to wait now for things to cycle. I have no idea. I had another failed attempt, as it happens. Does happen. But hi, everybody. Let's just pretend that nothing happened. Let's just start the show as if there was no problem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bob Doyle Show. I am not exactly Bob Doyle, but I'm a facsimile of him. I'm going to have to check now to see if we did, in fact, start broadcasting live over here. So just bear with me 1 minute while I check things out over here. Okay, I seem to be live. I'll peek in on the audio. Okay, sounds like we're good. I'm just seeing you see the dancers outside. Things are a little herky-jerky, and my hands are going to get stuck like this a little bit from time to time. So look, why am I looking like this? Is what you're asking? Alright, I'm just going to let the singing stop. Alright, the reason I look like this is because it's normally VR Thursday. I have not been doing a good job of VR Thursday, so I thought, well, at least let's do a close approximation. I cannot get control of my hands right now, but I'm not doing this the whole time. I'm just starting it like this. I'm going to now go back over, and I'm going to be who I am, because isn't that what life is all about, ladies and gentlemen? All right, hold on. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Bob Doyle, you dog, you love him. Oh, thank you, you guys. All right, is it out here? And is it me? Okay, who we got going on over here? Let's see, we've got Dawn, we got Sarah, we got Dawn, we got Jim, we got Cheryl, we got Kathy, and Cheryl again. So who's here the most? It's a tie between Cheryl and Dawn, if I counted correctly. If I didn't, who cares? It's a silly thing to say. So, yeah, sorry about all that static. Ugh, right, am I right? Static, it's the worst. What? Someone's calling me. Again, 10 o'clock, 10:30, block, no call, no interrupt. I can't remember to go into Do Not Disturb mode every single time. What am I, a robot? A super machine? Einstein? So look, I think later I'm gonna change into somebody else. So I'm gonna just choose who it'll be. Oh, I know. Haha. It'll be fun. It's called a callback, ladies and gentlemen. So, can I just tell you what I had for breakfast? Is that a yes? I'll take it as such. A peanut butter and banana sandwich. You know how long it's been? I just realized, hey, I've got a banana and I've got peanut butter and I've got bread. It's actually not peanut butter, it's almond butter, but you know. Can I just tell you that it was delicious? It was like the dessert for a meal I didn't have. That was a poor analogy. But look, they don't pay me to do analogies. They don't pay me. And that's what I'm here to talk to you about, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Today's show is going to be a blend, as always. There's going to be a little bit of callback to yesterday's show about vision. Everybody see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody here, if you didn't, that's okay. But you might want to. I don't know. The point is I'm going to refer back to it, so at least I think I am, as I ran through this in my head. So if you haven't had a peanut butter and banana sandwich in a while, I invite you to step back in time and do that again. Right, Sam? Sam, I know, would agree. Peanut butter enthusiast. Now watch, I'm probably wrong. Sam probably has peanut allergies, and it's not even funny. Okay, so Rockin' Raven's in the room, and Crystal as well. So great segue for Crystal to show up, because I was just about to bore you with my yoga story. I went to yoga again last night, and look, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking about every action I take. Look, I'm drinking juice today. I took a yoga class, like typical cliche, why do people post this on Facebook stuff? I mean, truly, I see it. I see what I'm doing. When I started making faces with the fruit, I knew I was going down some weird road. And I'm just continuing down that journey. But I got to tell you, that yoga class from last night was awesome. And again, just dripping sweat. It's so satisfying to stand up after Shavasana at the end, and you're just absolutely soaked. It's so rewarding. And then, by the way, need I remind you that it was 103 degrees yesterday here in Las Vegas. So to walk out with, it's built-in air conditioning. It was nice and cool, and then I came home and I was like thinking, well, I just want to stay awake a little bit, but that was just no way. Sarah did yoga last night as well, or at least she says it, and it's in print, so it must be true. It's on the internet and in our archived video form as we speak. It feels good for me, Crystal, who said it's so good for you. It feels really good. Oh, it feels good. Now, I woke up today, I wasn't, it kind of stretched out, I think, what I did the other day that I was still a little sore with or whatever. But, oh, guys. And I got to tell you, I got to say, look, can't fold myself in half or anything like that. But I feel like I'm a fairly limber guy to be someone who doesn't, do this on a regular basis. So I'm very excited. But Steve, I believe you can get flexible by doing yoga. And the reason I kind of was, you can't, here's the thing, guys, it was so intimidating. I walked in there, and it seemed like there was like way more people than the last class I went to. Plus, I had Crystal there last time for some moral support. Not that I was going, I can't go in there, I can't go in there, I can't go in there, there's too many. No. But still, it was like, I'm second class, and I'm just instantly comparing myself with everybody. I bet you everybody here knows everything 10 times more than me. I'll bet you I'm going to look like such a beginner. I'll bet you. Right? I'll bet you all these people know each other, and I'm like this oddball. These are thoughts that actually went on in my head, boys and girls. And I observed them. I noticed them. I did not succumb to them. I went right in there and found a place, and of course I'm thinking I'm probably in the wrong place. It's probably a reserved spot. I probably took it. Somebody's empty. This is probably where the instructor's supposed to be. Right? Come on, you guys do that, right? In new situations. It's not just me. Uh-oh, my voice is stuck up here. Oh, well. That's unfortunate. So, long as I'm stuck up here. Oh, look, I'm see-through. I'm the ghost of the slug. The slug got salt poured on him. Why am I talking in the third person? Because I now refer to myself as the slug. The slug is holding eggs. The slug is graduated from Slug School and is glad to be here as well. All right, well, that was going nowhere at supersonic light speed. So, did you see how quickly I single-handedly stopped the speed of light? Yeah, I got superpowers, that's right. Now you know.
That was ego.
It is kind of like Starry, thanks. Thanks, Dawn, for pointing out my lack of versatility in voice characterization. This was going to be my demo reel for the agencies, and now it's ruined. All right. Good segue. Here we go. Guys, I said in the subject line that we are on a mission. I am. You know what? I need to see. Do I have inspiring music? I think I do. Hang on. I think it's on page 2 of my sound effects. Is it this one? I can't hear anything. Nah, I'm not using it. Look, here's the stinking deal. Yesterday, the show went about appreciating your value. It was Law of Attraction Q&A Wednesday. And we went down this road of appreciating your own value. And I used myself as an example because I had a thing that I came face to face with some limitations that I had about valuing myself. You can watch yesterday's story. It was actually written by Aaron Sorkin. You can watch yesterday's episode at your leisure, but not right now because I'm talking to you. We're in the middle of a conversation. Can I have your attention for 4 seconds? I'm still waiting for your attention. And, as I do, I started to make new declarations for myself. That's what yesterday was about. And I went into, this is, like I said, this is a crossover. I'm going to be all over the place. But I said even yesterday that was something I was going to meditate on, right? I said that. And I did with no attachment. And I just kind of started having some downloads. Some were just realizations, some were specific ideas, and this type of thing. But here I have a very clear signal that I need to focus my efforts on this show on building a substantial YouTube channel. Now, stay with me. I know this sounds really self-serving, but just hear me out because you're all a part of this vision. Let's just check in with you guys. No, I'm not cracked. Oh yeah, with the voice. All right, sorry. I've been here on Facebook for 2 years or however long I've been on here doing the show, and we've all known that I occasionally will whine just a tad about reach, right? Like I can't reach. I have 21,000 likes on the page. I broadcast, and it gets 125 people even hear about it. And so the percentage of you that show up is quite good, actually. So imagine if more people heard it. But there's all sorts of other reasons that I'm considering focusing my efforts on YouTube. They have a much better monetization system for things like this. And, I just for lots of reasons, quality of the video and it's YouTube, etc. One of the downfalls of Facebook is that there are people in the world who just say, I don't do Facebook. And more than ever, it's becoming more and more understandable why people would do that. So this is a community-based show. Without you guys, it's not the same, right? And so I've been saying over and over, I want more of you guys, right? We want to build this community. And I'm being serious here, so bear with me. Like I said, it's a different kind of show, but it's about the future of the show. When I really checked in with myself yesterday about all of that stuff, I really got clear about how much I want this show to evolve into something that is significant, that is fun, that gets an audience, that makes money, the whole thing. That allows me to do this thing that I love the most, right? And I've been putzing around on Facebook for 2 years doing this, and I meet all of you, and it's fantastic, and I can't grow it easily. And even if I did, it's still in this Facebook only thing. More people can see YouTube, or will. YouTube is not necessarily my end goal in life, but here's what, this is a very law of attraction-y thing for me to say. I'm excited about the journey to that. So the goal is build a YouTube channel, get a lot of followers, get the show worthy of generating revenue so that I can build and invest in the show to do more with it. if I had the time and the resources, things like these faces and animations and creative, I would do way more of that. I would do more interviews. There's so much more, right, that I could do with this show, given more time for prep and resources to make it make sense. And it just doesn't. I have other things that I'm doing, right? So this show needs to start sustaining itself, basically. If it's really going to grow into something more than just this little hobby that I do for this group, right? So, hold on. You guys are having a whole yoga conversation. Are you even listening to me? Hey, up front. Yeah, I'm pouring my heart out. You guys are sitting cross-legged on the floor, meditating and whatnot. There's a time and a place for that, my friends. Right now, we're talking about YouTube. So here's the deal. In the original attempt at this broadcast, I posted a link to my YouTube channel. Now, one of the things, the very first step in having that be any sort of an investment in is I've got the channel has to be monetizable. And they just changed all their rules around that. And you have to have like 1,000 subscribers or whatever you have to have. And I don't. I haven't focused on YouTube subscribers. I have never, I mean, maybe a couple of times said, hey, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Haven't pushed it. Have to. And let me say this too to all of you. This is another law of attraction-y thing. I haven't done this because I have had this idea that I don't know how. And that was it. The end. I don't know how to build a YouTube channel. I don't know how to build a following, blah, blah, blah. I struggle with reach, right? This conversation. And fortuitously, I'm going through Instagram, and an Instagram ad came up, for somebody who's basically teaching you how to do that. Now, whether or not they end up being my teacher, or I do their course or not, it's irrelevant. What it reminded me of is if anyone can do it, well, so can I, and so can you, and anybody else with a passion for something. Right? But you have to learn how. You have to go through the steps. You have to go through that learning curve and not say, I don't know how. Right? And so for me, it's exciting because I know that when I click in to a goal, a very clear one, then I don't stop until I'm there. Right? Because I've already taught myself many times that if I apply my intention and my knowledge and my time and my energy to learning something, whether it's the ukulele or building a website or whatever it is, law of attraction, I will get there. I will succeed, right? And I haven't had a very super clear vision about this. I've been all over the place with the Bob Doyle Show. What do I do? Where's it going to go? And then I just did this meditation. I said, and again, it's not about me even succeeding in the goal. It's about me taking the action toward it. Because in that, things will show up. It will either be the realization of the goal or something better or something different, but I still will love it. It will still be a result of taking action on things that help me honor my own value, help me to move into alignment with the things that really just light me up the most, right? And to hopefully just spread the Bob Doyle love all over the world. I'm realizing I don't see comments it's a tie between a second, or hearts or anything. Maybe you guys are just, oh, there they are. Boy, now there's just this explosion. I didn't see I saw no feedback before. I really got to change the size of this thing so you can see this. Or, oh my God, I just thought of a great idea. I could do it right here live, but that would be tedious. But I'm going to cut out the part of my iPad display that are the hearts, and then I'll put I'll have it somewhere where the hearts, it's always there. And that'll be incentive for people to heart more because they like to see their icon in the picture, right? All right, so anyway, what I was saying was, in the other post, there was a link to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, obviously I'm asking you to do that, okay? That's step number one. Step number two is I've got 21,000 other people here on this page who like it, and I have to figure out a way to get to them and invite them. There's a concept called something like 1,000 loyal followers or 1,000 whatever, true followers, So, and with that, then when you have that, it's a lot easier to accomplish, business goals and whatever with whatever you're up to, right? There's no reason in the world why I should not be able to do that. Learning to leverage whatever visibility I already have because of the secret or whatever, right? There's just no reason. And this whole idea of that I don't know how, we'll freaking learn. Every YouTuber who's making money out there started with 0 subscribers. Every single one, right? And a large many of them, a large number of them, I'm going to say almost none of them were in the secret, right? Or had that advantage. They started from whatever, and they took certain steps and they took certain action and they learned how to do that, and they did it. And some of these kids are making millions of dollars. You know, and one of my favorite parts of that whole model is one of the biggest ways that YouTubers make money is with these sponsored sort of in video ads, like it's like a live commercial. Like I would in the middle of anything or at the end, I would start talking about the sponsor. I'm sorry, but I would knock that out of the park for every single one of them. They would be so freaking happy with how I sold the product. Because, you know, I'm real and I'm enthusiastic, and if I love something like that art, like this thing, if I took 5 minutes and had an affiliate link or something, some sort of business relationship with these folks at Art Natural, I would sell a buttload of these things because I love them and I can express the enthusiasm, and it's a good deal. So, you know, so again, this all just comes down to I have no excuses. I know I can do it. Now, let me share with you, again, from a law of attraction point of view, what immediately came up for me because in terms of resistance or limiting belief, and one of them was brand new. One of them I've never had before. All right. So the first one was nobody wants to watch an entertainment show like mine. Just like, oh yeah, everybody wants to watch video games and painting fingernails and putting on makeup and all that stuff, but they're not going to want to watch this, right? So that's number one with a bullet came up. Like, this isn't whatever. And married to that is that my sense of humor is too narrow. It's very specific. You all get it, or you tolerate it. But it's only people like you that I want as an audience. But I know that there's plenty of you out there in the world. Right? There's more. I know on an intellectual level that my audience exists. And there is a potentially a large one. It may take a while to grow on me. I don't know how it works, but you know. So again, I have a level of confidence that I must have. It's like I said yesterday, even if I am deluding myself, I have to tell myself at what I'm trying to do, I'm really good at it. Now, whether people like it, whether it lands with everybody, but you know, at the end of the day, when I watch a show, even when it crashes and burns, I go, yep, that's exactly what I want to do. And I feel like whatever that is, I do an okay job at it, right? So it's not that. But I do have the idea that, but there may not be enough people who like that. But here's the one that surprised me. Are you ready for this? Oh, I'm sorry, the show's over. We don't have time. Just kidding. That's right, I was late anyway. I owe you guys time. Whew, that was a close one. I'm too old. Yep. I couldn't believe it because I've never felt that. But then when I started, here's the progression. Let's say I get on YouTube and, well, okay, immediately it stops, but let me just play it out. Get on YouTube, we get some success, we get some visibility, but in terms of like getting, let's say, I don't know, picked up, hired by a bigger media outlet or something like that, as a host of a program or any of those skill sets that I might show, selling ads or whatever, I'm too old for that. They're not going to consider me. I can't get into that this late in the game. All of that really came up for me. But then the other thing is like, why do I even want to think about going to being picked up by a traditional media outlet if I can more than sustain my ability to do this on YouTube. Why do I need, to be a Netflix original or whatever, right? If I can do it on YouTube exactly how I want with absolutely nobody telling me any different, and because of the views and whatever I have, I get plenty of sponsorship revenue to just keep the show going and going and going and growing and getting better, so I can do more animations or better, better quality of everything and just make it better. Maybe take it back to an hour again or whatever. So I made my coffee today, and again, I forgot to. What happens is I put the sugar in the little carafe, and then I let the coffee brew on top of it, the espresso brew on top of it, and then the next step in the process is to stir the sugar in. And 2 days in a row now, I have forgotten to stir the sugar in. I just pour the coffee right in, make the foam, and the whole thing, and drink it. Ugh. I don't like it that way, but I drank it anyway. So here's what I'm doing about this. I probably will take this YouTube course, whatever. There's 4 free videos, and then I'm sure they're gonna say here's the real program. When I started learning about internet marketing, when I learned law of attraction, anything, you have to study, you have to learn, and you get what you get out of whatever. If it's not awesome all the way through, I'm sure I'll pick up a technique or two, right? But if these kids can do it, I can do it, and so could you if you're so inclined, boys and girls. There's actually one person in my audience that I'm talking specifically to. I'm going to mention the Bob Doyle Show Fan Arena again. That's our little behind-the-scenes group here on Facebook. Get the inside look and some exclusive live broadcasts not seen here on this page. But let me say this about YouTube. The challenge is it doesn't have the community infrastructure that Facebook has. There's something really great about this, right? And that you guys you can be connected and the whole thing. YouTube isn't close to that, right? There are comments. You can still, you can comment during the show, but it's not archived, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know if they're archived with the show or not. I don't think they are. So, and this show is based on community. But I will say this too. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Discord. I'm sure some of you are. Discord's like a universal hub of chat rooms, basically, and anybody can create their own Discord channel, and it would be similar to the Facebook group, the Fan Arena, but it's a way to be connected and all of that, and we can share comments, and there is something of a sense of community there, and there's still always the arena here on Facebook. But again, there are people who don't do Facebook. Right? And it just seems silly to exclude an entire audience just because they don't do Facebook if there is an alternative. So, anyway, wasn't this fun? This is a weird one. Another weird one. Oh, wait, I have to switch pages back to my... See, if I got picked up by a network, they wouldn't let me do that. I'd have to... Well, I wouldn't need to do it. I'd have a freaking producer. Oh, I didn't really finish this. So you know what? I'm not going to start the music yet. Because I said at the beginning that you guys were part of my vision, and I've been saying that the community is part of it. I would love to see this show turn into something where some of the creative content in it is from the community. If you're a filmmaker or an actress or whatever you might be, and you create content that would be cool, and you're part of the Bob Doyle Show community, maybe we show it here on the big screen. I really want this show to be, and this is what's unique about it. Right, is that you got Sarah and Dawn and Cheryl and these people. They're like all of you guys, everybody. You're all like you're stars of the show, right? And it's not the same without you. But I know we can play bigger, and hopefully not every people get lost in the crowd or whatever. But look, seriously, having the contribution. And it just makes it more and more. I just think it's a great model because it just makes, well, people want to show, if creatives want to share their work, all they got to be is a part of the Bob Doyle Show community, get in there a little bit, and then maybe their stuff will get shared. I mean, it's a great model, and it's what I want to do. And that way I get to create, you get to create, and we just build and build and build. And then people hopefully will share if they have contributed or whatever. Hey, I did this over here. Come watch the episode where he's going to play my thing, and we build the audience that way. So it just turns it into this wildly organic thing that's just effortless because everybody just wants to play. Right? You can, okay, so Jim says you can archive the chat on YouTube. Well, that's good. That's something anyway. At least we can do that. Well, anyway, so that's, so you kind of caught me in like the midst of a brainstorm session, right? But you guys are part of it, to the extent that you want to be, of course. I don't have contracts with you. You owe me nothing. Anyway, thank you to Yoga for helping me feel so good today. It's just groovy. I never get tired of it. I really don't. All right. So tomorrow's Friday. I wonder what self-serving topic I can come up with for that show.
It's the